Today we're going to be discussing how the IB can help you benefit in your college applications, as there are different and multiple education streams such as the IB, IGCSE, OA levels, and more, and the American high school system. And a lot of universities usually have preferences for particular educational streams based on how rigorous the program is. So today we're going to be discussing that. So number one would be the university preferences. The many universities you apply to, especially those in the UK, the Canada, and Australia, they have a very particular recognition for the IB students, and they also may offer these students advanced standings or credits for their IB scores. A lot of institutions such as Harvard, Stanford, and Oxford, they also value the rigor and how depth basically the IB program is, because for example in DP you have to take 6 subjects and you have 3 cores and you have IEs. There's a lot of work, and they definitely give you credit for that, and they often also consider this favorably in your admission process. So number 2 is a recognition of the IB scores. Now the IB scores can be converted into equivalent grade points or percentages by university, so you can kind of consider this such as kind of like a GPA. So for instance, a score of a 6 or a 7 in HL, the higher level subjects in your diploma program, they can be generally also seen as an A or an A plus in A levels, or a high score in AP exams such as getting a 5. So universities, they often have a very particular IB score requirement for admissions. With competitive programs, it can go from 30, 35 to even up to 45, in the range of 40 to 45 depending on the competitiveness of the university. So number 3, the IB versus other qualifications. So the IBDP and the IB in general, the diploma is very well known for its rigorous academic structure, as we just discussed previously. This includes the wide range of subjects and a focus on critical thinking, and also the research that you do. The research is very thorough in IB because of your personal project, your e-portfolio, your IAs, and your TOKSs, but mostly because of your extended essay, because that's a very rigorous 4,000 word long essay. And compared to A levels or the AP courses, the IB provides a much more holistic approach to education with its core components in DP. CAS is great for showing that you're a holistic student who has, a personality and interests outside of your academics. Your EE shows how good of not only a writer you are, but a researcher and investigator. And your TOK shows kind of your critical thinking and how you have your prompt and how you kind of go about it with your objects and the lens you put on it. So universities find these parts of the IB diploma to be very appealing for its emphasis on how well-rounded a student becomes, because in colleges you will be writing numerous thesis, essays, and things along the lines. So the extended essay, for instance, kind of shows that you're already built up for that. Now number 4, the advantages of the IB program. The IB students are often seen as having a very strong analytical and having strong research skills due to their extended essay and their TOK work. And the global perspective and intercultural understanding is also kind of fostered by the IB curriculum, which is aligned with the growing emphasis on international awareness in higher education, because the IB has you can say units like globalization based things along the lines of ATL skills. All of these things make you a much more holistic learner, because you're also thinking outside of the box and you're thinking about different cultures and how your education applies to that. You're thinking about the aspect of globalization, science and technology, things along the lines. So that's also something you get a lot of credit for. Now, number 5, the IB requirements for a very particular course. So some universities and some of the programs may already have a particular subject requirement or preference. So for example, a student applying for medical program may need high scores in biology and chemistry HL, and the depth of the IB curricular can help meet these various requirements, because these universities tend to be very competitive, and especially when you're applying for a very diverse program, it gives you an edge. So number 6, university admissions, essays, and interviews. When you're writing an essay or attending an interview, IB students can also highlight their unique experiences with their TOK discussions, the extended essay research process, and also their CAST projects. This helps to showcase their analytical skills, their creativity, and also their commitment to things that they're passionate about. Now number 7, scholarships and financial aid. Some universities offer scholarships particularly for IB students, recognizing how rigorous their academic background is and how apt they are at their particular course. They can also give you financial aid options that take into account the extra efforts and achievements that are done by the IB students. So number 8, success stories. Many IB graduates have gone on to attend very prestigious universities and also excel in their fields. This shows that these success stories show us that the IB can help provide motivation and also insight into how the IB experience benefits students. Number 9, international recognition. So the IB diploma is well-versed and recognized worldwide, making it much easier for students to gain admissions abroad to great universities. The program's international focus is particularly valued by institutions in Europe, Asia, and the Americas. Now, number 10, advice from admission officers. Many of the admission officers, they've given advice over how often they appreciate the comprehensive education that the IB provides. They might also suggest emphasis and the extent of knowledge that the IB gives you through research capabilities and your own engagement in global issues when you're applying them into things such as your CAST, your TOK essays, your personal project, things along those lines.